your colleagues who have come before us here as witnesses have corroborated each other that one of the major reasons why high-profile cases are jeopardized or contaminated is because there often is parallel deployment of investigating teams to one crime scene. Is that correct?
If not properly coordinated, it has the likelihood of causing problems. But if you want different skills, like calling them at the same time, it will not be confusion or conflict at the crime scene. But
what they said here is not that the teams went there, go there to complement each other. They say parallel investigative teams.
Parallel has likelihood of causing confusion.
Yes.
And contaminating the scene. Yes,
Yes.
I agree.
That is the observation that was made by your colleagues. They said it under oath here that what jeopardizes our investigations is that often we have parallel teams going to the same crime scene. And we were asking ourselves, where is the line of authority? You're serving the senior management of the SAPS. Where is the line of authority in the SAPS if things like this can happen? Where people can just rock up at a crime scene. The case in point is one case where Advocate Batoi came and told us that there were multiple teams, and General Kumalo also came before us and said, in most high-profile cases, the interest becomes so more than sufficient that you have multiple teams rocking up the scene.
What the organization has taught me and the experience is that when you arrive first at the crime scene, as the investigator, and you take control of the scene, irrespective of the level or a rank, you cordon off the scene, you take charge and command of the scene, meaning you will have to direct who walks in and who walks out. That is the principle.
No, I agree with you. I want to hear it from you, whether it has also been your observation that we are failing to succeed in the following cases because of this multiple or parallel deployments of investigators. It harms our opportunities. It's like police officers are fighting over cases. Is that happening in the SAPS?
I'm thinking of the incident when and where it happened.
They mentioned the Senzo Meyiwa case as a typical example. It was said by the director of public prosecutions when members were asking why for so many years now, it's 10 years now, why aren't we moving DPP and DPP? We had your head of intelligence coming here asking, we asked the same question, why? And the answer is one.
Chair, if we're making reference to this case in particular, if coordination is not done properly, the likelihood of contamination, yes, or parallel investigation, there is a likelihood. But if there is a proper coordination and we follow up all the investigative protocols as set out, as we have trained members to do, chances are very little, meaning you will indicate to the other team that the skill that I require from you, it's this particular one, so that we supplement each other, not to do the same thing. But it cannot be correct that in all material times, if you have two teams, if they are properly coordinated. If they are not coordinated, yes, there will be a challenge.
And do you agree with this committee that in cases where there is a more than sufficient interest from police officers, there should be a suspicion of corrupt behavior?
If there wasn't a coordination and you were not supposed to be at the crime scene, yes, there will be suspicion for corruption. Why would you go to the crime scene if you are not supposed to be there?
Okay. This ad hoc committee is investigating, amongst others, alleged corrupt behavior by members of the South African Police Services. You have been here for 36 years as a police officer. Do we have corrupt police officers in the South African Police Services?
Yes, Chair.
Do we have corrupt officers in the senior management of the SAPS?
Alleged, yes.
No, you must help us. We're not saying mention anybody by name. We're not saying give us details. Do not answer the question that I have not asked. We want to know here as Parliament, we must deal with the problem.
Okay.
In the many years that you have been in the SAPS or in the senior management of the SAPS, have you observed corrupt behavior in the senior leadership of the SAPS?
I have not seen, but I've heard of the allegations. Hence, I'm saying to you, as
and how serious were those allegations?
Very serious, Chair.
Those allegations, as you heard them, do they have potential to erode the public confidence in the SAPS?
My personal belief is that they will, if they are not attended to and addressed sufficiently. If
that's what I'm saying.
yes,
The little, even if you have had one or two, the little that you have had, let's say I'm an ordinary member of the public, I want to hear whether the SAPS is coming or going. So in your position, if you have had these allegations of corrupt behavior and you say they are so serious, I'm asking you, are they so serious to the extent that they can erode, like you say, if they are left unattended, if nothing was to be done? Are these allegations so serious that they can erode public confidence in the SAPS?
yes, Chair. If they are not attended, yes, they will erode.
We have been told here about a report of a report of a consignment of cocaine to the value of 500 million that was transported from Durban or from KwaZulu-Natal to Gauteng, allegedly by members of the SAPS. Have you heard about that report?
No, Chair.
You haven't heard about it?
No.
Okay. If a report like that was to be true, because it's not something of today, it's something of years ago. If a report like that was to be true, and you were the head of the SAPS, what action would you have taken about, especially that I hear that you sometimes act as a police commissioner? What action would you have taken where you get a report that there is a consignment of cocaine transported by members of the SAPS illegally from KwaZulu-Natal to Gauteng. We're saying this because we've been told that the alleged perpetrators are still at work as we speak today.
I will summon intensive investigation to be undertaken into that matter. I'll monitor constant reports, and if need be, I'll get the team outside of the area that is mentioned for objectivity and for the speedy investigation of the matter. It has to be investigated immediately.
The allegations that you have heard, which have now gone viral, coming either from the platform of this ad hoc committee or from the Madlanga Commission about your colleagues in the SAPS. Some of them saying them themselves. How do you feel about such statements? When you watch on television like now, your colleagues are aware that you are here, they are following us with you. You might have watched the appearances of some of your colleagues either here or at the commission. And there have been some spine-chilling revelations that have been made about some of your colleagues. As a senior police officer in this country, how do you feel about such spine-chilling revelations?
Embarrassed, Chair. They are embarrassing, but they need to be dealt with, because my belief is every allegation needs to be investigated. One person that is rotten cannot taint the whole organization. SAPS, it's too big to be tainted by one person. While I'm admitting
It's not one person. It's not one person. There are many. If you had, if you have been following the proceedings, there are many, and they themselves implicate themselves in the statements that they made. You are in senior. In the absence of General Mosikili, is you, like you were there on that day of Christmas Day and New Year's Day.
New Year's Day.
Yes, it was you.
They are embarrassing, Chairperson.
Yes, and you were presiding over an institute at the time, or the days that you were in office. The institution you presided upon included the very officers who now come before us or before the Madlanga Commission and say, this is who we are.
Chairperson, it's embarrassing. And I think with the current proceedings, it will send a clear message and it will serve as a deterrent for others who wish to follow the same. But to all the investigative teams, they need to find a way of rooting out. Hence, there are parallel investigations that are undertaken as and when these revelations are being presented to different platforms. So the department is not sitting back. The investigations are happening. If they need to be criminal investigations are instituted. Departmental investigations are instituted at the same time as the commissions, to make sure that we clean and we leave this organization as pure and clean as it should.
Okay. So the last question from me would be that with the evidence that has been presented before us since we started, where you are standing, even if you were to form an incomplete opinion, Would you say that the SAPS has been captured or was on the verge of capture?
Maybe on the verge of being captured, Chairperson.
Okay. No, thank you so much. Honorable members, no, I'm not going to. No.
Chair, it's not a question, it's a housekeeping matter.
Yes, no, we will come to that.
Oh, okay, thank you.
We must release the witness. Is there anything, General Mosikili, that you will wish to say before we formally thank you?
Thank you, Chairperson. Just to thank yourself, Chairperson, and to thank the members for the opportunity that I had to come and present and clarify. And I hope the evidence that I have shared with the committee today will assist the process going forward. Thank you, Chairperson, for your time. Thank you for listening to me as well. Considering that it is March, Chairperson, I think it came very silently that we are to observe a Women's Day very soon in a month.
Yeah, thank you so much. Let me thank you in this way that you are the first witness today to start with us and finish with us after what happened last weekend. We think you have set a very good example to the witnesses that will be coming this weekend and next weekend. We hope that we can have witnesses like yourself who will stay the course of our proceedings. We want to thank you so much for being exemplary.